okay, Death Battle has a way of being kind of inconsistent with their own logic, but I'm pretty sure they made it so it's dumb to try to debunk the Goku versus Superman stuff, because the kind of position they take makes it so you can't argue against it, so that you can't debunk it, because what their reasoning has been since the first video is that Superman always wins, that it doesn't matter whatever happens with Goku, Superman just always wins. And they say the reason why Superman always wins is he has limitless potential.
Pitchforks down! Before you start raging, please hear us out on this one, alright?
Goku is incredibly powerful, a skilled warrior, and a great character. But Superman is on a completely different level, one which really doesn't belong in versus matches like these. Sure, due to the writing style of Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan God Goku's exact limits are difficult to pinpoint. Also, Goku will likely achieve a new form in the future. It's just how Dragon Ball works nowadays. However, none of that is really a factor. Goku will always have limits, while Superman's maximum potential is limitless.
See? So that's always been the argument. And I'm not the only one who's come to this conclusion from them saying stuff like that. So, like, here's people commenting about the third video, which they did 8 months ago. So, Superman is simply unkillable canonically and on a meta-universe level, not to mention the guy breaks physics, so all his feats are physically impossibles or infinites. It's literally impossible for him, especially composite of all the strongest, best versions of him, to lose to a character capable of losing. Like, this is the way they set this up. And people were arguing against me about how they like to use composites of characters. Well, they always like to take the best feats associated with a character, even if it's a character that has multiple versions. Like the original Superman from the black and white TV series isn't the same Superman from the comics that we have nowadays, but they kind of lump all of that together and take the best traits of every single character. So, honestly, that makes no sense. It's a really silly argument to just say that Superman just can't die ever. We've seen him die plenty of times in the past, and we've seen him lose as well. I think that's the biggest issue here. So when Dragon Ball fans see Superman lose to a guy like Batman and get killed by Doomsday, and then somebody comes and says he's invincible and unkillable, it really feels like you're just trying to make fake excuses for one guy to win. And that's getting into how comics have a way of very inconsistently portraying characters. You'll have multiple writers writing one character over years and years, and they like to put their own spin on it. And so you've had Superman be portrayed many different ways. This is someone saying, like, they don't care if death battles are stomps, that it's some of their favorite episodes. And someone responds to that, stomps are fine. The rules do not apply to this character in the first place, and they can never lose a death battle. Isn't so much a stomp as it is kinda cheap. Even if you like Superman, at least that's what I think. If you had fun with it, that's good. See, I don't mind, like, if people just watched the videos and it was just for entertainment and they weren't trying to attach some kind of argument and it's just fun fan fight videos and that's all they were really going for, like, who cares? You know, let people enjoy things. But they're claiming some kind of authority in their arguments and that this is supposed to be representative of something. But they took that stance. Superman has limitless potential, so Superman can't lose. So a counter argument to that is this video.
Oh, well, I guess you could say that fight
It's
was
Saitama
over
versus
easy.
Papa.
Wait, except isn't Saitama's whole gag that he can't lose?
It is, but it's more nuanced than that. Despite breaking his limiter, Saitama's strength isn't limitless. He's said so himself.
Breaking his limiter meant his potential strength was likely infinite, but there's nothing left in his world powerful enough to push him to get stronger, like a bodybuilder stuck with 5-pound dumbbells.
So there's a counter argument to that idea. See, they're talking about a character who has limitless potential, but it doesn't mean that they automatically win. So that's what I mean by there being kind of inconsistent about some things like that. It's the way I view things is when you have characters with limitless potential, like, you don't see their limits, so their abilities are undefined, so you can't make an argument about if they were fighting someone else because there's no measurement of their abilities. So it ends up being a pointless kind of argument. But they took that argument that Superman has limitless potential, so he can never lose. I can play it again.
Torches and pitchforks down. Before you start raging, please hear us out on this one, all right?
Goku is incredibly powerful, a skilled warrior, and a great character. But Superman is on a completely different level, one which really doesn't belong in versus matches like these. Sure, due to the writing style of Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan God Goku's exact limits are difficult to pinpoint. Also, Goku will likely achieve a new form in the future. It's just how Dragon Ball works nowadays. However, none of that is really a factor. Goku will always have limits, while Superman's maximum potential is limitless.
See, that's the argument. And it's like someone summed up, like I was pointing out, saying that, you know, someone can never lose. Saying that one side can never lose entirely cheapens the idea of doing a kind of death battle argument thing. It's not even a one-sided fight. You know, just saying my guy always wins. And these people defending like saying, oh, it's bad to gas Superman. This is the third death battle video posted on the Superman subreddit. So it's like, if you're talking about bias, it's kind of surprising that anyone at all is kind of questioning it, like under the Superman subreddit. But it just goes to show how much bias they put in this, of just saying one guy just wins unconditionally. Like, that's not an argument. That's not something you can argue against. There is no debate. They set up a lot of these videos where they have a conclusion that they want unconditionally and try to use the evidence to distract from their stated opinion about it. So it's not even about them supporting the opinion, but it's about giving that illusion of authority about something. And being a separate additional distraction from them taking this kind of position that just one guy always wins because.